If at some point during this video I begin to die, it is due to dehydration and heat exhaustion, as I cannot put on my AC as it is about 5 feet to my left and the noise will just completely drown me out. And it's not conducive to a good video unless I want to do tons of subtitles and make it look like a silent film. Who knows? It might look cool. So this video is going to be a little bit of a spiritual chat, and it's going to be an unboxing of sorts. I have 6 Witch's Moon boxes here that have needed to be unboxed, but due to things that have been going on in my life that has just been utter chaos, unfortunately I have not been able to get to it. However, I've been a recipient of the Witch's Moon since they were called the Moon Box. And spiritually, where am I at spiritually? Who am I? I have no idea. I was born and raised Roman Catholic, but I never subscribed to organized religion. I don't believe in it. And I knew that I was always a very spiritual person. I knew that I believe in ghosts. I will never have a Ouija board in my home because those things are a portal for demons, and I wholeheartedly believe this. But did I dabble in Ouija boards when I was younger? 100%. I absolutely did, and I'm very lucky that I got off safely as I had. I know a lot of you are probably like, what are you talking about? I have crystals. I burn sage in my home when I feel anxious, whenever I feel any kind of negativity around me. If I've just gone through something really, really bad, what I like to do is when I come home, I will clean my house top to bottom, I will vacuum, I will open up all my windows, and I will sage. I will get my turkey feather, I will get my sage, and I will smudge and waft from every doorway, every crevice, every window. I will go around the perimeter until I have smudged this entire place. And after that, I feel at peace. I feel that my home is once again my sanctuary. I don't really fall into any one category. I wouldn't say that I was Wiccan. I wouldn't say that I was pagan. I wouldn't say that I was Buddhist. But I do like to take bits and pieces that seem to resonate with me. And I'm a firm believer, as a person who suffers from PTSD, and my base level is high anxiety. I'm always on high alert. I'm always suspicious. I'm always on guard and on the lookout. Always in full-on protection mode. And I'm a firm believer that anything in life that you do, that if it brings you peace, go forth and do that. And for me, that's metaphysical shops, and it's objects such as those contained in the Witch's Moon. These are things that have always brought me peace. Going into metaphysical shops as a whole, the smell, the vibe, the products, the people, everything about it, it's like church to me. It really is. And I know that probably sounds a little bit cheesy to say, but it really is. It's a place where I can just sort of walk in and my shoulders kind of relax a bit, and I can take a breath, and I can leave all of my woes behind me, and I feel safe. And I think that if there's anything in your life, provided you're not harming anybody, that does that for you, you're on the right path. So I feel like I'm on the right path despite not knowing fully what I really am or where I fall, but I am comfortable in what I'm doing now. So when it comes to things like the Witch's Moon, for example, I'm going to get into opening these boxes. I love opening these boxes. The fact that I have 6 right next to me, piled right here, and I have not opened one and looked inside. Do you know how hard that is? I don't have any self-control. I have no restraint. And the fact that I didn't do that, I'm really impressed with myself. I feel like I've crossed a hurdle. So many of you who are Wiccan or you are pagan, you'll know who a lot of these people are, a lot of the names of these things are, and you'll find that I will horrifically butcher the names. I will mispronounce them. For that, I do apologize. And if you could correct me in the comments, I would really appreciate it, because I'd like to get these things correct. These are things that are highly interesting to me and intriguing, and like I say, bring me peace. And the more I know about them, the better. So this is about wisdom and prosperity. There we have. So immediately I see that it is green. A lot of green. It's very verdant. It's my word of the day. And, okay, and I see why. There you go. It is safe for me to accept money. Okay. I always feel very weird accepting money from people. Like when I do live streams and people start sending money, I'm like, no, what are you doing? Stop it. I'm hanging out with you. I wouldn't expect this of my friends. Can you imagine if you're hanging out with your friends and you happen to tell a joke that they like, they just start throwing money at you? Egyptian magic. Okay, Egypt. Let's see. So I want to go through the intention here. And what I like about the Witch's Moon is that it's not haphazard. Things are not thrown in willy-nilly. It's like, oh, there's this and that. And all comes together, it's cohesive, it makes sense. Sort of deliberateness. And by the way, in deliberateness, is it a word? Probably not. But I think the rule is if other people know what you mean, technically it's a word by default. I'm going to read the little blurb here that kind of tells you what's going on. So we have, as true seekers of knowledge and wisdom, we turn to the limitless depths of Egyptian magic. We are true practitioners of all things related to magic and witchcraft. In the sought-after collection, we focus on a deep yearning to understand the wisdom passed down from the ancients. These magical concepts and tools are very sacred to us and held close to the thriving curiosity that feeds our souls. As we step back from our daily tasks, we step into an older, more sophisticated world that we may truly understand. Magic that flows through every movement and gesture. I think the way we're going to do this, rather than kind of go through... Oh, I'm a popular gal. I say that like I'm cool, but it's only ever one of 3 people that ever call me. So the first thing we have is bay leaf, but here it is called bay bark. And let's see, also known as bay leaf, it is for attraction, banishing blessings, communication, creativity, dispelling negativity, endings, inspiration, job hunting, legal matters, magic. I need this in my life. Overcoming obstacles, peace, power, prosperity, protection, purification, reconciliation, release, reversing, success, transition, and wishes. Gender masculine, planet sun, element fire. I should be rubbing this all over myself right now because all of that, yes, give. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna butcher this, don't butcher it, and you can do this. Rennie Newton, nope, I'm not gonna even try. I'll see it when I see it on the paper. But I wanna have a smell here. Before and after I know what it's for, I like to smell it and see if it smells any different after I know what it's for. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to pronounce this. Please, once again, correct me in the comments if I butcher this. Rennie Newton? I realize I just said tit on the end and I'm really, really sorry. Okay, so this is a magical anointing oil. And, okay, so this is a goddess. Oh, please don't mispronounce a goddess's name. She's a goddess that is kept close to Egyptian magicians and witches as she brings with her protection, prosperity, abundance, and good fortune. Known as the Lady of the Fertile Fields, rubbing you on my abdomen. Her energy brings with it comfort, and knowing a bountiful crop is among the horizon. We've created this very special magical oil with the intention of bringing you prosperous and abundant energies. We've enchanted this magical oil with lemongrass, clove, and bay leaf oils, and have included bay leaf, allspice, and lemon verbena as well. Inside your oil, you're going to find a Lemurian quartz. You can hear something in there. Which is said to personify oneness within your aura. And we've included a special... Angela, learn to frickin' speak. That personifies oneness within your aura. We've also included a special mixture of our attraction magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery into the mixture of this oil. So be careful when applying this to the skin. The base of this oil is sunflower oil. Okay. So some might be sensitive. Oh. Sunflower oil is going to be very comedogenic, and comedogenic means it's going to make you break out. So don't apply something like this. If you're going to apply it, don't apply it to your face. And this is the esthetician in me. Put it in a bath. Mix it with another base oil if you wanted to, like sweet almond, just to dilute it a little bit more so it's a little bit safer to apply to skin. Doesn't say that here. This is purely me speaking. But next. I know it's going to be a crystal, and I have a collection, like a quartz. Maybe selenite? Way wrong. What is this? The color? So the light is making it look a bit brighter, but you can definitely see a lot more when you put it up to the light. So I'm actually really liking the view that I'm getting here because I'm seeing more of the colors and more of the dimension to this. But it's a very deep sort of hunter green. I always smell them, but my fingers smell like the oil, the goddess oil, so. Okay, so let's see what this is. Rough Sumatran green jade. This truly beneficial stone has been highly esteemed throughout recorded history as the strengthener of life and protector of death. Commonly connected to an abundance and prosperity, jade has been used in many well-being meditations to bring a sense of calm and confidence to financial situations. Jade has proven to hold an energy that is strong and steady, being felt almost immediately upon touch. Also connected to earth, jade is a fantastic facilitator of healing and grounding. The affirmation, I am strong and steady, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I've always found that crystals and stones calmed me down. And if I was feeling sort of anxious, I would pick one up and just hold it in my hands and kind of rub my finger along the grooves, along the crevices, and just feel the edges and just the textures and everything. It had a very soothing effect. Now I'm gonna really like this one. So these seem to always come with beeswax candles, and here we have another. Generally they come with a sort of incantation, affirmation, or blessing. We have a hand-rolled Lady of Sycamore spell candle. We've hand-rolled and charged this candle with the purpose of connecting the transformative energies of Hathor, or Lady of the Sycamore. Hathor took on many forms in Egyptian text and was embodied by different forms and symbols depending upon the location of Egypt, or location in Egypt. Egypt has pretty much been in the same place, Angela. Even the Greeks connected Hathor with their Aphrodite. This candle is wrapped in a spell from our Book of Shadows that we recommend reciting out loud 3 to 7 times while burning your candle. Okay, so let's see. I really want you to see the way that these inspire. So it's important to feel magical, if that makes sense. And I think that looking at it on the old parchment, looking at the script, and just the way that it looks overall, I think that it really helps get you into that headspace. Festine? Let's see if I'm right. It's just, as you can see, the handwriting sometimes gets me. So let's see if I'm correct. I'm not. Basheen bark, also known as allspice. Attraction, banishing, blessing, creativity, dispelling negativity, inspiration, job hunting, legal matters, magical power, overcoming obstacles, blessing, power, prosperity, reconciliation, and success. Gender, masculine, planet Mars, element, fire. This smells really intense. You know what it smells like? It smells like Halloween, as I'm sweating my butt off. And this is salt. I'm not even going to attempt this one. 10 points if you can read what this says. I can't. Okay. So we have Imbolc, sacred salt. Imbolc, or Imbolc, is a Gaelic festival marking the beginning of spring, commonly celebrated between sundown of January 31st and the sundown of February 1st. Imbolc is one of the 4 major Gaelic celebrations, falling about halfway between the major solar observances. We've created the sacred salt with the intention of celebrating the sacred time of year. Relax and let go of preconceived notions and thoughts and expectations. Allow your inner chatter to slowly stop cluttering your emotions. Wow, do I need that? Visualize yourself becoming stronger and brighter. We have enchanted the sacred salt with jasmine and violet oils, as well as elderflower and jasmine buds. We've also included a special mixture of our Imbolc magic. I keep saying Imbolc. Imbolc. To give it a little shake to stir up the scent. This is a lot softer than I thought. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god. Okay, first I'm going to show you. I'm really excited right now. I don't want to dump this out. So, what I'm really excited about is when I was a teenager, there was a company called Ayers. Now, I don't know if they're still making perfume or if they've just changed hands business-wise, but there was a perfume oil company called Ayers and an oil that I used to wear like crazy called Angel Dreams. It was the most beautiful smell I'd ever smelled, and it became sort of my signature smell. It's a really distinctive smell, and I got it by accident because my mother had sent me into a store to grab her an oil. I don't know why. And she said which one she wanted, and I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. She was pissed off, of course, but gave it to me and said, well, I don't want it. And it was by chance that it so happened to be Angel Dreams, and ever since, it had become sort of my oil. And this smells exactly like it. I can't find it. They don't make it anymore. And I found one under the name Angel Dreams. It was a roll-on instead, but it wasn't the smell. Tell me I'm not excited right now. When I was in high school, when I was in junior high school, I had a teacher for history. Her name was Mrs. Darab. And Mrs. Darab taught her history class entirely about ancient Egypt. And during that class, we did a lot of really interesting things. She made us learn a lot of hieroglyphics, and we can understand quite a lot of it, and we would take tests in hieroglyphics, and we were to recreate little mummies using as close to the original materials that were used. I remember it had a really distinctive smell to it. And we just learned so much about ancient Egypt, and it was an amazing, amazing class. And I remember after that, I had such a connection to it, and I wish I can remember what these symbols mean. But I wonder if I tried again, if it would come back to me. You know, since I knew it so well back then, I was 12, granted, but if it would come back. Any of you went to Gulf Middle School in Cape Coral, Florida, and had a teacher by the name of Mrs. Darab, I don't know how long she taught there. Tell her I said hello. Inscribed resin Ankh plaque. The symbolic Ankh plaque has been hand-cast using real crushed stone bonded with high-quality designer resin. Each piece has been individually hand-painted by a group of practiced artisans. This very sacred symbol has been used in many traditions and has been revered as the most powerful tool or key in ancient Egypt. Connecting the male Osiris and female Isis symbols, the Ankh Cross produces the union of heaven and earth, as well as life and death. Among the many interpretations of this ancient symbol, the Ankh represents the key to an eternal life, representing ongoing growth and prosperity, even into the afterlife. In ancient Egypt, the Ankh was placed inside the mouth of the pharaoh. Wow. So it was connected to the life force, breathing, so that they may move past normal human perception into the enlightenment. The mystics of this time considered this practice a way to pass through the gates of paradise. The combining cross and the circle has been explained as the combination of the spiritual and material representing our connection to the unseen. As you hang this plaque above your altar or sacred space, connect with its resemblance, work to understand the concept of surpassing. That is really, really cool. I don't remember learning that, but it was placed inside the mouth. I believe this is clove, but it's called something entirely different. Yeah, that's clove. Myket herb, otherwise known as clove. It's for attraction, banishing, blessing, communication, creativity. So basically the same as the bashin bark and the bay bark, which is good because I like that they all follow a specific sort of pattern. They're all for the same thing. So like I said, everything is very deliberate and has intention. And we have some incense. I love incense. It's quite perfumey, but not in the sense that it would give you a blinding headache, but it has mildly musky, hint of spice. Okay, let's see. Did I ever tell you I have an incredible sense of smell, like I could be a drug sniffer dog? Here it is. Egyptian offering incense. A truly powerful, prosperity-attracting incense. The Egyptian offering incense brings with it a wonderful scent of cinnamon and clove. Both were burned as offerings in Egyptian rituals, bring warm welcome to blessings bestowed from the gods and goddesses. Along with bringing blessings into your surroundings, this incense offers us the ability to overcome obstacles mentally, while maintaining protection on our ritual journey. I can smell the spice, but it still has a sort of, like a perfumey quality to it. Again, not a bad one. We have a book. Not sure anything else. Nope. Egyptian prosperity magic. Spells and recipes for financial empowerment. So I'm going to read you something from the book, here on the first page. May the fire within your soul burn bright with curiosity and a hunger for knowledge. We send you the energy of abundance and prosperity on your sacred journey. Blessed be the witch's moon. That is box 1. I really like the feeling intention behind this box. I like how it involves prosperity. It's about financial gain. However, it's not done so in a way that suggests that you're greedy or that you are looking to be rich and powerful or anything like that. It's just more about being safe and comfortable and confident to where you don't worry about things like that. It's just more about comfort and stability, and I'm all about stability. So nobody likes to feel financially insecure. So just as long as you have enough money to keep a roof over your head, enough money to feed yourself, and spend some time with your friends, I'm all for that. So we're going to move this over here and start on box 2. Earth. Ooh. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to really like this one. So we have the Witch's Alphabet here. And Oak Moon. Okay, so we have symbols here. They look hand-drawn. We have one for prosperity, one for psychic, one for protection, and one for enchantment. Oh wait, I believe there's another. And peace. We have, it says, the Wisdom of Tao. Okay. Has black paper on the inside of this one. Black shredded confetti. Guess what my favorite color is? Scribe. The journey of 1,000 lessons can only be explained by the one that writes the word. This endless pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment begins and concludes with the mystic scribe. As one of the most sacred and necessary practices in our craft, the art of writing and remembering allows us to be intimate with our story and manifestations. The power that comes from deeply personal practice proves to make space for growth, comprehension, and meaningful intent. We work to make the sacred practice of becoming the scribe one of our most powerful attributes. It is important to always remember that your path is sacred to your individual self. We recommend taking the time to connect with the items in this box and use them in a way that feels correct to you. I like that concept because I kind of feel that way as it's my approach to sort of faith or spirituality as a whole. You do or go with what feels right to you, what feels comfortable, and what makes you feel more connected to what you're doing yourself, the people around you, and just your loves and passions in the world. Every practitioner resonates with different ideals and ways of performing a ritual. We don't take this work lightly and strive to provide the highest quality of ritual items for you to use. Be sure to clear your space and cast your circle of protection before performing any type of ritual. I want to start with a candle because I like to see what we go for with each one. Let's see. Okay. Bammy, it's okay. Okay, so this parchment around the candle is blank. That's a first. Undressed spell candle with blank parchment. This candle has been rolled with clear and clean intentions. We've chosen a white wax to provide you with the opportunity to make it your own creation. This candle can be rolled upon herbs or oils that are appropriate for your specific purpose. Placed upon a sigil or placed among other magical tools, we've wrapped a sheet of blank parchment paper around this candle for your personal use. As you put together your incantation, be silent. Clear your thoughts and emotions so that you sit holding the pure intentions and knowing that when you create these writings, there is no wrong way or better way. Inspiration within your connection to the divine. Allow intervention from your spirit guides to assist you through your process. We must remember that authentic magic is created through your personal freedom of creativity. Learn to harness this power and explore it. I like this because it encourages you to create your own path, and it encourages you to sort of find your own power and your own spirituality within yourself. Like, for example, we don't have to follow a specific template. Why not write your own? There are spell books out there, but there's no need to really go and look through these spell books and follow it word for word. I mean, it was written by somebody, wasn't it? So why can't you do the same? Make it for yourself. Do something that feels intrinsic to your own personal sort of views and beliefs. I like that idea. Do you see the image? Okay. Give it a smell before. Oh wow, it smells like vanilla. Why does everything smell of licorice to me today? Maybe it's like a citrus, or no, it smells... So let's see what this one is. But it has a very, like a spicy smell to it. Where are you? Come on. I know you're in here. There it is. Okay, so this is Inner Flame Sacred Salt. As we work through day-to-day challenges, we forget to nurture our creative soul. This very necessary practice brings new beginnings into our existence. Rejuvenating our sense of purpose and direction, we've created the sacred salt to ignite the inner flame of creation that resides beneath your concerns and your anxieties. We've enchanted the sacred salt with star anise, I knew it! With star anise, cinnamon, and nutmeg oil, as well as chamomile herb, spearmint leaf, and again, star anise. We've also included a special mixture of our golden aura magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery. I knew I smelled it. Okay. Like I said, I always like to re-smell things after I've read what's in them and what they're all about and see if it smells any different. No, I still smell the vanilla. Okay. Moving on. So we have 2 herbs here. Clearing, I believe that says, and sweet wood. So let's have a look and see what this is all about. Okay, I believe that is what this is. Okay, the clearing sacred smoke. This sacred smoke blend was mixed to be burned upon charcoal or added to the dressing of a candle. Mixed with lavender and sage, this blend can be a powerful tool to create the clearing of energy before beginning a creative process. Okay. Give this a smell. So anything with herbs in it, I like to sort of move around and press because that releases the oils inside and you can really smell what's going on. A little trick I learned when you're cooking with things like dried basil or dried oregano, like when you're cooking with Italian herbs, because when you press them between your fingers, it releases the oils and it makes it more aromatic. So I smell pine. It has a really clean smell to it. It reminds me of winter. Like it smells like cold winter. And now we have sweetwood. Sweetwood bark is a cinnamon bark and has long been used in protection and prosperity spells, as well as using this bark for these purposes. Sweetwood has been a key component in the cultivation of psychic powers. As you include this bark in your tinctures and your sachets and inks, allow its energy to broaden your sight. That is definitely cinnamon. Very cinnamon. Ooh. Made my nose tickle. Okay, so we have a muslin bag. And it looks to me like, yep, it's going to go with this black tea. And this looks like, I believe it's Earl Grey. So we have a loose leaf Earl Grey tea, which is a favorite in our household. So we have, oh no, it's not Earl Grey, I'm sorry, it's gray black tea with a muslin bag. This amazing and visually appealing tea combines dark leaves of an orange pekoe with indigo petals. As you allow the stream from this tea to embrace you, enjoy the aroma of bergamot. It is Earl Grey. So Earl Grey contains bergamot. My nose is still itchy from the cinnamon. We have included this specific tea into this collection to provide you with an additional clarity while writing in your book of shadows or taking notes. Aside from providing many health benefits, Earl Grey tea has the ability to keep us in tune with our goals and any physical or mental obstacles. I just know that it really, really tastes good. I just love bergamot. If you've never had Earl Grey tea, I highly recommend it. Okay, next. Feels like there's 2 stones in here. Okay. I'm excited. They're wrapped within paper. What is this? So I wonder if these are not allowed to get wet. There are a lot of stones that you have to be careful to keep away from water. I believe selenite is one of them. Okay, so these feel a bit sticky. It hasn't been rubbed with any oils or anything because at least by smell, there you go. You can see it a bit better if I place it in shadow. So these are a bit sticky, so they were in this bag for a reason. I'm going to find out why. Cut and coated rough moonstone. Okay, so it is coated in something. This beautiful stone of mystery holds energy we have always truly valued. As we set out on our journey to uncover the hidden truths that reside in the depths of our souls, we hold close to us the moonstone. This magical stone allows us to connect to the insight that results from self-discovery. As we meditate with this stone and use it in our practice, we gain patience and diligence. These attributes are needed when taking the necessary time to resonate with our creations. The affirmation for this stone is, I work towards deeply understanding self through patience, practice, and my connection to the feminine. I have another oil. I'm going to resist the temptation to pop the bubble wrap and just try to cut it carefully. I don't know if you've ever heard of this omen that if you continually get injured on your hands, like cuts, like I keep getting, that is an omen that you're not in the correct career or you're not at the right job. So I've been doing that a lot lately, and now I've been worried. I'm like, oh my God, am I in the right field? But yeah, that's an old omen. I was thinking about that when I was using the knife, because it's like the perfect scenario where I would cut myself, like always, because I'm a klutz. So this, it looks like it says thorn, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I do love the way that they write. However, I find it very difficult to understand. That's just me. Okay. Wow, that's strong. They say that scent is the strongest sense tied to memory, and this is bringing forth tons of nostalgia, and I can't zero in on any one memory. I think almond. Okay, rainbow cookies. If you are Italian or you live in New York, you probably know rainbow cookies. They're called cookies, but they're more of a cake-like texture. They're little squares, and in cake, it's a red stripe, green stripe, and I believe a yellow stripe with raspberry jam on the inside, coated in chocolate, and a very strong sort of marzipan almondy flavor, but it's like kid crack. It is amazing stuff, and I have to stay far, far away from it. So that's what this smells like to me. Thoth became credited by the ancients of Egypt as the creator of writing and intellectual communication through magical scripts and scrolls. Thoth was considered to be the scribe of the underworld, becoming one of the wise. We resonate with the sacredness and seriousness that surrounds these characteristics of Thoth. We've created this magical oil with the intention of sparking your innermost flame so that you can write with conviction and sacredness. Almond! I was right. Okay, so it's almond and cinnamon oils, and also cinnamon bark and coriander seed. And there's also a Lemurian quartz in this one too. I knew it! Knew it was almond. We have an incense here. I don't know if you noticed that I do that. Please tell me I'm not the only person that does that, but I have to sort of blow out any air within my nose to kind of eradicate or evict any potential smells that may remain inside my nose so that I can smell something new. People look at me like I'm crazy when I do that, but I honestly hope that I'm not the only person. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Okay. This is beautiful. There's nothing familiar. It's just a really beautiful smell, but there's nothing familiar that I can kind of connect this to. But it's just one of those smells. It's one of those spiritual smells. It's one of those scents that you want to light this and just relax. Put down all technology, just erase all the stress of the day and just exist. In the calm, in the peace, playing some music that you really like, something calming and not too aggressive. But I want to, you know what? I want to burn this. Because I really, really want to smell this. The smell is just so intriguing. The fact that I can't place it, that I just have to smell what this smells like. Luckily, I'm right next to my altar. Okay. Don't breathe in smoke. Don't breathe in smoke. Never breathe it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside and sort of let the smell fill the room, because inhaling it, as I just did, is not the best idea. I need to light this again. So I'm going to put this aside and wait and see what it smells like. Lastly, we have a book. I think it's a book anyway. It feels... no. It's not! Okay. Victorian Trading Co. Spell inks. Open, open, open. Open. Doesn't want to open. Come on, I want to write with you. calligraphy pen. Look at this. I have tons and tons of sketchbooks. I'm not a great artist. I wouldn't even call myself mediocre, but I do love calligraphy. I had calligraphy sets all growing up because I've always really been interested in it. And this is the perfect opportunity to kind of take it up again. I need something to kind of scoop under. Just have to be really careful because I don't want to cause any damage. It looks to be glass. Here we go. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. Wow. It's glass. The whole thing is glass. Even the tip is glass. So you'll be writing. Yeah, you'll be writing with glass. Okay, let's read about this. Custom created spell ink set with glass pen. We're honored to be able to collaborate with Victorian Trading Company in the making of this custom spell ink set. Each color of spell ink that has been created has been done so with a specific intention. These intentions include protection, enchantment, peace, prosperity, and psychic energy. As you make these oils your own, we recommend mixing herbs and oils into your inks to charge them for your specific purpose. I'm going to use this on the blank sheet of parchment they gave me with the candle. I keep sinking into my couch. Okay, so box 3. This is sort of a seafoam green paper, which makes sense because it's the magical shell. Look at this beautiful mermaid. I love mermaids. Have you ever seen the movie Splash? It was one of my favorites when I was younger. Titles: Queen of the Ocean, Mother of the Orishas, Mother of the Children of Fishes, and Our Lady of Regla. Oh, I really like this. I'm really excited about this one. Sign is air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. So it looks like a couple kissing underwater, and we have a mermaid. I'm obsessed with water, obsessed with swimming, and I was convinced I was a mermaid when I was little. True story. This 100% resonates with me. Sacred Sea. The very first thing that I see is this box. And it's like this satin box, and it's cushiony at the top. It's inside. Check this out. It's a shell with what looks like a quartz right at the tip. I've never seen anything like this. This is really cool. Okay, let's read about this. Handcrafted shell wand with quartz point. This handcrafted shell wand has been a very exciting piece. Exactly, because I got really excited about it, so it makes sense. For the Witch's Moon to place inside of this collection, having been created over the course of 12 months, this beautifully elegant wand was inspired by the true mystical power brought upon by the shore as a sacred offering and gift from the divine. Born of earth and water, shells are treasures from the invisible world. They occupy sacred space between shore and tide, revealed by the ebbing and glowing influence of the moon. Okay, so it looks like we have an oil. Ooh. I'm gonna bust out the knife. And we have Yemaya. Okay, got to smell before and after. Smells very clean. This kind of reminds me, I'm an esthetician, and one of the products that we use, one of the product lines, is called Feedamere, and Feedamere uses polarized seawater, and it has a very clean sort of ocean smell to it. And that's what this one does. So I want to see if I'm right. Okay, so I'm going to smell it before and after. I know what it is. So let's see. Yemaya. Oh, no. Here it is. Okay. Yemaya Magical Anointing Oil. As a mother goddess, Yemaya is fiercely protective of all of her children. The fortunate and the disenfranchised, she cares deeply for all people, providing comfort during times of intense sorrow and hardship. She oversees the practice of grace, love, and forgiveness, health, healing, and ancient wisdom. The African diaspora, directly resulting from the violent transatlantic slave trade. Don't like where this is going. Transformed the Yoruban Yemaya into a highly syncretized mother of all. She is a constant champion working to tirelessly inspire us to be our best selves. Regal and distinguished in the elegance, Yemaya resides in her non-judgmental, compassionate nature. With such deep respect and admiration, this Yemaya Magical Anointing Oil has been created with a full and vibrant heart. Allow these energies to emotionally charge you with the beauty of love and compassion. Oh, that made me really sad. That hurt. That hit the heart. We recommend anointing your skin, candles, or jewelry with this oil so that you may become more in tune with your energies of Yemaya. Alright, so let's see what's in it. Ground sage, papaya, spearmint, Lemurian quartz, lavender, rosemary, avocado. That's really almost like a smoothie. Okay, so I'm going to move this actually right. Okay, so we have a stone. Okay. So we know there's going to be a stone or a crystal inside. This reminds me of kind of a granite. This has a nice feel to it. It's not smooth, it's a very rough texture, and it feels almost powdery, which makes me have the sensation of maybe some sort of granite. So let's see. Rough Howlite. Okay. These stones were handpicked specifically for this collection so that you may create a stronger bond with the energies that you wish to work with. As an attunement stone, Howlite provides us with the ability to connect more deeply with our visualizations, allowing us to bring back wisdom and enlightenment. I capture the true essence of wisdom provided to me from dreams and connections to the divine. So the reason I thought granite is the feeling of powder that it left in my hands, and it's sort of a nostalgic thing for me because my father used to be a marble fabricator. He worked for a family business and he always had marble dust on him. And whenever I would go see him at work, I would always have a very familiar powdery feel on my skin. So that's what it immediately made me think of. But I was wrong. 2 sets of herbs here. This one looks a bit woody. And I believe this says watercress. So let's see. Watercress herb, a true elemental herb. Watercress has been a sacred symbol of the Undines, bringing with a profound vision and enlightenment. It's a great herb to enchant candles. Watercress can be pushed or placed upon the wax so that you may have a stronger connection to your visualizations during a ritual or meditation. So, see what this smells like. Doesn't really have much of a smell to it. If I would compare it to anything, it would kind of be almost like chamomile. And this one is lemon balm. Lemon balm. The sacred herb is used by beekeepers in the Temple of Artemis to keep honeybees content. These powerful plants promoted a sense of homeliness to the bees, so that they would stay within their hive to nurture their relationships within their community. This intention is used to this day, very cool, for magical ritual to promote a sense of friendship, love, and well-being within our homes. This herb can be sprinkled around the outside or inside of your home, or used in sachets to share with friends or loved ones. Let's have a smell. It smells of herbal tea, like, again, like chamomile. I think we do. Chamomile. Okay. Woo! It's getting up there in here. Chamomile herb. It's a purifying herb. Chamomile has been used in many incenses to clear and cleanse our sacred space. Also a protective agent, chamomile is used in sachets and charms to dispel curses and spell cast against you. This beautiful vibrant herb can also be placed inside of your tub during bath rituals to attract love. Let's see. Okay, this really smells like chamomile, probably because it's chamomile. Incense. This is very, very sweet. Realization incense. Many trips to the ocean have given us a sense of calm and peace amid the clutter and chaos surrounding inner cities and buildings. The true sense of knowing is that we've gathered from these visits is the presence of now. As the sun sets across the ever-flowing sea, we know what they are. This feeling of power provides us with a perspective that we often revisit during a ritual. We've chosen the smoke of the incense to waft through your surroundings and visualize the vast ocean, providing you perspective. Watchers of the Sea Spell Candle. We've hand-rolled and anointed the spell candle with the purpose of providing an offering to the great ocean. As we focus our intentions on receiving wisdom, protection, and healing from the Mother of Sea, we cast our gratitude to her. We recommend placing a bowl of water, shells, or other ocean-inspired objects on your altar so that you may connect more directly with these energies. Okay. Watchers of the Sea. Okay. So this one, I like to shake it up, get the scent going. This one's very different. Not at all what I expected it to smell like, especially for something coming of the sea. It's a different sort of smell. Almost woody. Water Sacred Salt. As you sink into the beautiful aromas of the sacred salt, visualize a bright light consuming your aura and expanding around you. Relax and let go of any preconceived notions or thoughts and expectations and allow your inner chatter to slowly stop cluttering your emotions. To clear your mind, visualize this bright aura. Okay, so it seems to, with each of the salts, it wants to create a certain vibe, so they all seem to have the same sort of description along with them, but I want to go into the scents that were used. Salt has been enchanted with sacred salt, avocado, lavender, rosemary, and sandalwood. The sandalwood is definitely what I smelled, as well as watercress and lemon balm. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to call it here. If I do not, I fear that I may succumb to the heat, and there's an air conditioner right there that needs turning on imminently. So I hope that you've enjoyed these. I'm really excited about rearranging my altar and really putting these pieces to use, and I hope in my next video, because I have 3 more boxes that need to be unboxed, I hope that I'm able to show you my altar and how it's changed and how I'm really using everything. As I get more of these boxes and sort of go to more metaphysical shops and congregate with more people that are spiritual like myself, I'm really finding more grounding. I find that I'm more grounded. I find that I'm a lot more relaxed than I once was, and I'm so thankful for that, because I'm a person that really does struggle with anxiety, and finding anything, finding that vice, finding something that brings you that peace and makes you feel stable and grounded, because if there is one thing that my anxiety really is rooted in, that's control. Because you can't control things that go on around you. None of us can. You know, you can't control whether, you know, your landlord is going to be a tool. You can't control whether your dog is going to get sick or any of these things, which have actually happened recently. So with those things that can happen, it causes a lot of stress. So that lack of control just creates a lot more anxiety. But when you can control other aspects of your life, for example, having your altar, lighting your incense, setting aside that time for yourself to where you do pretty much anything, where you can meditate, or in my case, attempt to meditate, which I have yet to achieve, but it's fun to try. Sacred salts in the bath, going to a metaphysical shop with friends, arranging crystals. I have my collection of crystals that I arrange, even though I'm not somebody who, like I said, subscribes to any specific religion or faith. These are all things that I do that make me feel more at peace in my own life and calm me down and give me that sense of grounding and stability. And I hope that if this is something that you're interested in, hopefully it can do the same for you, because it's not one of those things that it's faddish. It's not meant to be used because it looks nice on Instagram. That's not what this is all about. It's about bringing yourself peace, bringing clarity and focus into your life. And if I can help you do that by way of my own path, and believe me, I'm still learning. I'm still like, if this is the end goal, I'm still here. So I have yet to sort of make it anywhere near that end goal, whatever it may be. But I do find that I'm a lot more at peace. So that being said, I have 3 more boxes to unopen and a hell of a lot of rambling. I will probably be doing that as well. So my house smells amazing, might I add, and I am going to probably take a well-needed shower to get the sweat off of my body. That's been a detoxifying experience, if we're going to use the sweat positively. The fact that I've been sweating my butt off, I've been doing a detox. I've been doing a Witch's Moon YouTube detox, and let's hope it does me well. But I'm going to go drink a gallon of water. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.